Turkey is back. Freed from the constraints of the Cold War-era world order, and led by Recep Tayyip Erdoğan's Justice and Development Party, or AKP, Turkey is once again taking its position as an important regional power. In the shadow of its Ottoman legacy, Turkey has begun a campaign of influence in areas it considers pertinent to its interests. While many analysts have chosen to focus on Turkish moves in areas such as the Middle East, the Caucasus, and the Balkans, one area that has been paid less attention is the Red Sea. This key waterway, which sees the through flow of 720,000 barrels of oil a day and 9% of the world's trade, has drawn the attention of a resurgent Turkey, with growing implications for the region. Turkey's key objective in the Red Sea is leverage. By gaining influence in the geostrategically important Red Sea, Turkey can exert leverage on other states on a regional and global scale. The more influence Turkey has, the more it can gain for itself in negotiating with or competing with other countries. If Turkey becomes a player in the Red Sea, states with their own geostrategic interests there will have to consider Turkish interests both in the Red Sea region and other areas where their own interests coincide with Turkish ones. Moreover, Turkish involvement comes amid wider tensions in the Middle East, with states such as the UAE and Saudi Arabia looking to establish themselves in the Red Sea and the Horn of Africa too. If Turkey is first to the game, then it will have more chance of winning. Turkey's increasing presence in the Red Sea comes amid its wider pivot to Africa. Africa's development potential and natural resources, combined with Turkey's Ottoman legacy, has seen the state make soft power plays across the continent, with trade and investment initiatives as well as humanitarian action being the main form of engagement. As is the case with Turkey's wider pivot to Africa, its moves in the Red Sea have a profit motive, and the state can expect lucrative returns if it plays its cards right. By taking a strategic posture in the Red Sea, Turkey can build its kinetic power capacity there, building further leverage with states which rely on the sea as a trade, shipping, and military route. A military presence in the Red Sea could afford Turkey the same level of leverage states such as Egypt and Djibouti generate from its geostrategic choke points in the Suez Canal and Bab el-mandeb. Additionally, a military presence in the region allows Turkey to protect its own economic interests, thereby providing much-needed stability, though this provision has been criticised by some leaders in the region. In January 2017, Turkey secured a 99-year lease on the island of Suakin from Sudan, with the stated aim of rebuilding the former Ottoman port city on the state's Red Sea coast. This small island was once an important naval base for the Ottoman Empire, owing to its position on the Red Sea and proximity to the Islamic holy site of Mecca and its gateway Jeddah. In the modern day, Suakin's strategic position will give Turkey both economic and kinetic military leverage. By securing Suakin and developing it as an economic hub, Turkey gains another point of access to Africa, through which it can pursue the extraction of natural resources while also expanding its potential for export markets of its own goods. With Africa's population expected to grow to 4.5 billion, or 40% of the world's population by 2100, it is unquestionable that Ankara will benefit from this growing export market which can be accessed through the port. As mentioned prior, Turkey wishes to increase its kinetic power projection capacity in the Red Sea area, and Suakin's geostrategic position is perfect for this purpose. The island's proximity to important global shipping lanes and its location to the south of rival Egypt's Suez Canal and west of Saudi Arabia will give Turkey huge geopolitical leverage if it chooses to militarize it. Were a conflict to occur, Turkey could cause major issues for shipping and military traffic for any adversarial state in the Red Sea from a base in Suakin. With Turkey's TCG Anadolu light aircraft carrier ready to take to the seas at the end of this year, Turkey will have ample kinetic power projection capacity in the region from the sheltered waters of Suakin. As the gateway to the Horn of Africa, Djibouti is another Red Sea state Turkey is attempting to woo with its soft power plays. Turkey has embarked on development and humanitarian projects in Djibouti, and efforts are being made to improve bilateral relations on the part of Ankara. According to the pro-Ankara news outlet The Daily Sabah, as of 2019, the Turkish Coordination and Cooperation Agency, or TIKA, will start constructing a hospital very soon, and the Turkish State Hydraulics Works, known as DSI, are cooperating with the Djiboutian government in the realm of public works by overseeing the building of a €17.5 million Ambuli Friendship Dam designed to prevent flooding and introduce vital agriculture. Most importantly, Ankara has secured a 5 million metre squared free trade area within the port of Djibouti with the aim of getting its products into Africa more quickly and easily. These soft power plays on the part of Turkey have experts speculating whether Ankara will push to gain hard power capacity in the small geostrategic Horn state in the near future. If Turkey were to acquire a military base in Djibouti, it would further cement its kinetic power projection capability in the region, thus giving it more leverage over flows through the Bab el-Mandeb Strait. Djibouti remains one of the keys to East Africa, and the more influence Turkey gains there, the more benefit it can gain for itself. Though not directly a Red Sea state, Turkey has become heavily involved in adjacent Somalia. Turkey's involvement in Somalia is based in 4 key factors. These being no strings attached aid, their shared Islamic faith, Somalia's geostrategic position and potential as a future oil producing country. Turkish involvement in Somalia began in 2011, when current President Erdoğan visited the country while in the position of Prime Minister, becoming the second non-African leader to visit the country since George W. Bush. In that same year, Turkey contributed over $201 million to humanitarian relief efforts in parts of Somalia impacted by drought. Alongside this aid, Turkey began assisting in the building of several hospitals and the rebuilding of the Aden Adi International Airport in Mogadishu, increasing its capacity from 15 planes to 60. In 2015, the pattern of aid continued, with an increasing number of development projects, including the development and renaming of the Mogadishu Digfa Hospital to Erdoğan Hospital, and the opening of a new terminal at the Aden Adi Airport. Most importantly, however, in 2014, Somalia's federal cabinet endorsed an agreement with the Turkish firm Al-Bayrak to manage the port of Mogadishu for a 20-year period, officially delegating the port to the company later that year. Again, similar to Sudan and Suakin, the port of Mogadishu and its geostrategic position will provide Turkey another point of access to growing consumer markets in Africa, and perhaps, in the future, and if militarized, give Turkey greater kinetic power projection capability in the Indian Ocean, Gulf of Aden and Red Sea. Al-Bayrak's modernization project in the port will cost $80 million, but it will be recompensed 45% of all revenue generated by the facility for the 20-year period, with the company generating $2.7 million in the first month of operation through service revenue. Fundamentally, the port of Mogadishu being run by a Turkish company gives Turkey more leverage over a country which is expected to become a large oil exporter and, most likely, with Turkey given the go-ahead for oil exploration in Somali waters, Mogadishu will become a hub for Turkish oil activities in the oil fields currently disputed between Kenya and Somalia. Just as important has been the developments in the field of military cooperation between Mogadishu and Ankara. In 2014, the two states signed a military cooperation agreement with the aim of creating Somalia a self-sustaining military force. To achieve this, the Turkish military would later establish a training base and defence university in Mogadishu in 2017, where 10,000 Somali personnel would and will eventually be trained. Cooperation between the Somali and Turkish military serves Turkey twofold. Firstly, by ensuring a monopoly on violence for the Somali government, and secondly, by giving the Somali government the tools to resolve its own territorial disputes, namely that of the breakaway region of Somaliland on the Gulf of Aden and near the Red Sea, and secondly with Kenya to the south, where the dispute over maritime delineation and oil drilling is yet to be resolved. If Somalia were to recover the unrecognised breakaway territory of Somaliland, it would limit the influence of states such as the UAE, who intend to establish ports and bases there for their own interests. It must be pointed out that while Turkey does currently play a role in Somalia militarily, it is yet to deploy troops to the country as part of any geostrategic posturing. However, were this to change in the future, it would be a game changer for the region. Fundamentally, Turkey's interest in the Horn of Africa and Red Sea is an investment in its own future and fits the state's ambition to become a middling regional power. Turkey's shared faith with many Red Sea states and its willingness to give aid without the caveats of aid given by Western powers have given it great inroads into the Red Sea and East Africa as a whole. In turn, Turkey's generosity can be converted into hard military power, which it can use as leverage against rivals in other geopolitical theatres. Thank you for watching. If you fancy helping this channel out so that we can make more geopolitical content, hit the like and subscribe buttons to help us grow. In the meantime, head over to our channel for more geopolitical and global security analysis. Once again, thank you for watching.